What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about DogeCoin today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It is the 19th of July, and here we are at about 24 cents. Moving on up, chilling. Actually, we consolidated a good bit yesterday, but moving on up today. 22 hours, 36 minutes left in the day. Looking like we are earmarked to see some new relative highs that we haven't seen all year. Prices above 30 cents, prices above 40 cents and beyond. Absolutely, they're coming, but hold up now. I think that we will likely consolidate from here. I don't think that we're just going to continue to rip. Who cares what I think? But I don't think that we're just going to continue to rip. DogeCoin absolutely can, and we have moved up over the weekends before, but I would bet right here during this boring stagnated time, that was probably over the weekend. Let's see, Saturday right there, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, boom, then you popped, right? Friday was your relative high day, and it looks like we're doing a similar thing here, where Friday yesterday was the relative high. Is that a coincidence? Maybe, maybe not. Here, whenever you moved up, that was Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday you did top off. So, I mean, again, you can move up over the weekend. It does happen, but just typically that's not the case. Even and then to the downside, I guess here you did move, but you moved to the downside. So you can move over the weekend. I just, after a move like this, I would think that you probably consolidate a little bit right before the big breakout, right before you break out of this massive double bottom pattern that you have here. It's an Eve and Adam pattern is what it looks like. Eve and Adam, which is also a W, right? W pattern here. It might be an Eve and Eve. It could be an Eve and Eve. But I just feel like looking at it, like if you draw the lows to look like it looks like an Adam. This looks more like an Eve. Eve and Adam double bottoms are the most bullish double bottoms that you'll see. And DogeCoin, of course, is likely going to do some very fantastic growth. It's going to do some fantastic things over the coming days, over the coming weeks. You know, back here looking at this from the same price, literally 2 days later, you're all the way up at 44 cents. You're at 24 cents now. So a lot of room to grow, definitely a lot of room to grow. But I think you'll consolidate first, right? Maybe be boring over the weekend, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere in that time frame. That's when you'll start to break out. And I don't think that you'll stop at 44 cents. I really think what you're going to do is you're probably going to move all the way up, man, all the way up to like 70 cents, a dollar, somewhere in that area there. And we can actually map that out here real quick if we take a high to a low. Nope, that wasn't the high, but let's get that high on there. High to low here. You've got 69 cents, $1.10 right there. If we take the high to low here and take these extensions as well, it'll be deeper extensions, but the 2618s right there at 69 cents. The money zone right there between 80 and 92 cents. Technically, by the way of this fib, it's like you would either stop at 92 cents or lower, or if you broke above that, you would stop at $1.24, but I would respect this one a little bit more. So overlaying these together, I think there's a lot of sense to be made of stopping around 90 cents itself. Maybe just above there, maybe just below there, but something in that kind of area there. Right, just above 83 cents there, 90 cents, something in that area. Looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, looking to confirm if we are in fact moving up or moving down immediately. What are we doing? You look at it here. We're on the USDT Binance chart, so there's a lot more volume on this chart than there is on most charts in crypto, right? So I feel like the volume's rather reliable. You do have some bearish divergence, but I don't know if I'd call that bearish divergence. Really, it's just you're getting very bullish. Really, you have hidden bullish divergence is what you have. Lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price. That's a good thing there. Couldn't even backtest prior areas of resistance to find support. That's a good thing too. Not getting a lot of volume on this move up so far, but you don't need it. I like the RSI. I like where you're at. Let's see if you can keep it up. I think you will over the hours to come. I think you will continue to grow. 24 cents now. You probably move up to 25. Do you get above this high? That's the question, right? Because I'm pretty sure it's 26 cents that allows you to break above that W, that even Adam pattern. Then you let loose, man. So if you get above 26 cents, guys, it's on. But until then, you could be in some kind of double top, lower high scenario, continuing to consolidate over the weekend. You know, looking at the MACD, I would think you continue to go down. Looking at the stochastics, you're in an area to reject off the 50 there. You don't normally do that on the stochastics, but on the 1 hour time frame, it's more common, I've noticed. 4 hour time frame here, bouncing off the overbought zone. That's bullish, you guys. It's very, very bullish. If this 4 hour candle can close green in the next 2 hours, 32 minutes, there's a solid case to be made that you actually do break out today. Damn. Crazy. But if it closes red, if it comes back down and closes red, probably not then. Probably not. 4 hour stochastics look bullish as well, and the MACD looks bullish. Man, the 1 hour looks bearish, but the 4 hour looks bullish. 4 hour trumps the 1 hour time frame. Absolutely it does. This looks very, very bullish, you guys. We look at the daily time frame. Super overbought, but you can get more overboughter. You can get more overboughter. Typically, you don't go too much above the 90. I don't know, 94, that was a pretty high reading there back in November. I don't know, man. I'm of the belief right now that the RSI is going to come down, cool off, and then we will run. That's my belief. So I would think over the coming days we consolidate. Daily MACD is just crossing above the zero. Very bullish. Stochastics are overbought. Everything about this is bullish, so I could be wrong here. Maybe we don't consolidate, but I think if you consolidate it for a few days, let your indicators cool off a little bit, then you ran, I think that'd be better, but who cares, man? This thing's unstoppable. Dogecoin literally can defy gravity, so if it wants to, maybe by the time most of you guys watch this, we'll be at higher prices. Again, getting above this central point here in the double bottom, that 26-cent area, if you're above 26 cents, technically we'd want to see a daily close, but I would even say a 4-hour closing period. If we get a 4-hour closing period or higher time frame to close above this 26-cent area, you're not stopping, man. You are going to 70 cents or more like that. It's going to be super fast. I don't think I have anything else that I want to say. I've given you the targets, or I haven't given you the targets to expect if we do go down. If we do go down, which is kind of what I'm anticipating, right? But if I'm wrong, I gave you the calls for up. If we do go down, the downside would be 22.8 cents, maybe 20.6 cents at the worst, but I doubt you even go down there. I think 22.8, 21.5 cents, somewhere in that range. I bet you do go down there if you were to retrace it all from here. Let's look at this real quick from a low to a high. We're going to get the proper low on there. Hold on. I mean, hell, maybe you do go to 20 cents. I think 22 cents really would hold this support, but I got nothing else, guys. That's all I got for you. So hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. 26 cents is really the area that you should watch when you break that, regardless of my calls, whether it corrects or not. If it moves up here, it moves up here. Once you get above 26 cents, not on a wicking basis, but on a 4-hour closing basis or higher time frame, things are going to be explosive. And who knows, it might not even take that much. Maybe as soon as you get above here, it's just off to the races. I don't think it would happen over the weekend. It is Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday. I don't think it would happen over the weekend, but it can. It definitely can. I mean, when was the peak performance of this last move here, for example? These big days here, that was on Sunday. And it started kicking off on Saturday. I don't know, man. I might eat my words on that. What about here? When did you get above this? That was on a Friday, so no, not. Saturday you continue to move up, but really consolidated. What about here? Big breakout day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, Sunday you continue to move up a little bit, but not much. Yeah, one thing's for certain, you guys. Next week's going to be explosive. Next week's going to be magical. But maybe you chill, you go to bed for a little bit, and then wake up next week refreshed and ready. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Hit that like button on your way out. Thank you all. Bye-bye.